In today's video, we're going to go over some simple but essential checks you can perform on your car right at home. These checks will help ensure your vehicle stays in great condition and can save you from unexpected breakdowns or costly repairs. I recommend doing these at least every 6 months, but some of them should be done more frequently, depending on how much you drive. We'll begin with the exterior, checking the tires, brakes, and suspension, and then move under the hood to inspect fluids and filters. Let's start with the tires. Tires are one of the most critical components of your car, and neglecting them can lead to poor handling, reduced fuel efficiency, and even dangerous driving conditions. The first thing you want to check is the tread depth. All tires have built-in tread wear indicators within the grooves. If you run your finger across the tread and feel that it's smooth rather than dipping down into the grooves, your tires are worn out and need replacing. Driving on worn tires can be dangerous, especially in wet conditions, as it increases the chances of hydroplaning. Next, check your tire pressure. Properly inflated tires not only improve fuel efficiency, but also ensure better handling and even tread wear. You can find the recommended pressure inside the driver's door jamb or in the owner's manual. Underinflated tires can cause excessive wear on the edges and decrease fuel efficiency, while overinflated tires wear more in the center and can lead to a rougher ride. If you notice one side of your tire wearing out more than the other, it's likely that your alignment is off, and you should get it checked by a professional. Now, let's take a look at the brakes. For this, you can either remove the wheel using the spare tire kit, or simply inspect through the openings in your wheel. New brake pads usually have around 12 millimeters of pad material. As they wear down to around 3 millimeters, it's time to start thinking about replacing them. If they get down to 1 or 2 millimeters, replacement is urgent. Most modern brake pads have built-in wear indicators that make a high-pitched screeching sound when they get too thin. So if you start hearing that noise, it's a clear sign that your brake pads need to be changed. Moving on to the suspension, you'll want to visually inspect your shock absorbers for any signs of fluid leakage or damage. If you notice any oil seeping out, it could indicate a failing damper. Also, check the springs to ensure there are no cracks or broken sections. You don't need to remove the wheels for this. Just turn your steering wheel all the way in one direction, then check from that angle. Repeat on the other side for a full inspection. Now, let's pop the hood and check what's going on inside. The first thing to inspect is your engine oil. Locate the dipstick, pull it out, and wipe it clean with a cloth. Then, insert it back in fully and pull it out again to check the oil level. There are 2 markers on the dipstick, and the oil should be between them. If it's too low, add about half a quart and check again. It's also important to examine the oil's condition. If it looks milky or foamy, it could indicate coolant mixing with the oil, which is a serious issue. On the other hand, if the oil is dark, it's just holding contaminants, which is normal as long as you follow the recommended oil change intervals in your owner's manual. Different vehicles have different fluids to check, but some of the most common include brake fluid, coolant, and windshield washer fluid. The brake fluid reservoir has a minimum and maximum level, and the fluid should always be between those lines. If it's low, it may indicate worn brake pads or a potential leak. Similarly, the coolant expansion tank will have min and max indicators, and your coolant level should always be within that range. Never open the coolant reservoir when the engine is hot, as it can be pressurized and cause burns. And of course, don't forget to top off your windshield washer fluid, so you always have a clear view of the road ahead. Now let's talk about filters. Your car has 2 important air filters, the engine air filter and the cabin air filter. The engine air filter is usually housed in a plastic box under the hood and is often secured with clips, making it easy to check. If you notice excessive dirt or debris, it's time for a replacement. A dirty filter can reduce your engine's efficiency and fuel economy. The cabin air filter, which is usually located behind the glove box, is responsible for keeping the air inside your car clean. If you notice a musty smell inside the car or reduced airflow from your vents, check this filter and replace it if necessary. Now, let's go over a couple of additional checks that many people forget, but are just as important. One of the most common causes of breakdowns is a bad battery, so it's a good idea to inspect it regularly. First, check for any corrosion around the terminals. If you see a white or bluish powdery substance, it means there's a buildup that could affect the battery's performance. You can clean it using a battery terminal cleaner or a simple mix of baking soda and water with a brush. Also, Take a look at the battery cables to make sure they're securely connected. If your car has been struggling to start or the electrical components seem weak, it might be time to test the battery. Most auto parts stores offer free battery testing, so if you're unsure, it's worth getting it checked. Another critical inspection is checking your belts and hoses. Over time, serpentine belts and timing belts can develop cracks, fraying, or excessive wear. A worn belt can suddenly snap and leave you stranded, so it's better to catch the problem early. Similarly, inspect the radiator and heater hoses for cracks, leaks, or bulging areas. If a hose looks swollen or feels too soft when you press it, it may be close to failing and should be replaced soon. Now, here's an often overlooked check: looking for leaks under the car. Before you start your car in the morning, take a quick look at the ground underneath it. If you see puddles of oil, coolant, or transmission fluid, that could indicate a leak. Oil leaks are usually brown or black. Coolant leaks are typically bright green, orange, or pink, and transmission fluid is reddish. If you notice any unusual spots, get them checked before they turn into bigger problems. Check the condition of your headlights and taillights. Over time, headlights can get cloudy or dim, reducing visibility at night. Inspect the lenses for any cracks or fogging. If they appear dull, you can clean them with a headlight restoration kit. Also, make sure all your bulbs are working. Turn on your headlights, brake lights, and turn signals, and walk around the car to ensure everything is functioning properly. If any bulbs are out, replace them immediately for your safety. Before wrapping up, don't forget to check your windshield wipers and exterior lights. Your wipers should have a smooth, continuous rubber surface without cracks or brittleness. If they leave streaks or make a chattering noise, it's time to replace them. And that's it. These simple checks take just a few minutes, but can make a big difference in keeping your car running smoothly and safely. Staying on top of basic maintenance can prevent major issues and save you money in the long run. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe to Cars Fuse for more car care tips and automotive content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.